Yeah.
I feel like it sucks for the guys especially because it looks like that your balls would just get smashed in between.
With scissoring? Well, I
Yeah.
mean, a heterosexual couple, it's only lesbians that are scissoring. You know, you're not seeing two dudes scissor because like
No,
that's
yeah.
not happening. And then a girl and a guy, like they're not scissoring because you would demolish that guy's balls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, yeah.
But they still use it in the animation in Cyberpunk. That's why.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I played a female with a dick, so
Yeah, I played a dude.
I played a dude with a vagina. That's just a flat girl.
Come on, man.
Doing girls dirty like that.
That's hella funny. But yeah, I miss like customization and shit.
I'm a big fan of like mission unlocked or mission specific cosmetics or gear. Like even better if it has
like
this function. Like
Uh-huh.
if you beat this mission or whatever, like maybe you kill the dude and you can get his like, you know, gun or something.
Oh yeah.
That's a good time.
There was this really cool mission in Ghost Recon Wildlands where you could. It had like an Easter egg where it had the Predator.
Yeah.
Or which one? Which one is it? Alien. The one with the technology?
That is a predator.
That's the Predator. Okay. It had the Predator in the game, and when you killed the Predator, you got a backpack where you could go. It would like do active camo kind of thing.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah,
Oh,
when you would sneak, it would make you invisible. I don't think it actually did anything. It was just like a cosmetic cool thing, but it was still really cool. I wear it regardless. I don't give a shit.
On the server,
Uh-huh.
I could make a thing that gives me active camo.
Oh, so we're talking about our Minecraft server because we've been playing a modded Minecraft server to give us context. Because I was about to go into a conversation that didn't.
We haven't done the intro.
Hey guys, welcome to episode. We're talking about. We're talking about
Our recent addiction, which is Minecraft, or modded Minecraft server.
Mod Strange
That was actually one of my
Addiction.
topics. I
Um,
wanted to talk about our Minecraft server because I'm happy but sad about it.
yeah, I'm at the pot. Oh, wow, hold on. Wow, hold
We're
on.
at the pot.
Hold on. Let me reset. Okay. I'm at the part where like hold on.
We're endgame right now, but
At the part where
Yeah, so
we don't have a specific objective anymore.
yeah, we don't have any like specific objectives. We've pretty much become gods. We've achieved everything we needed to or wanted to. I'm really sad about our house. I literally
I
went
am
onto the
too.
server
I am
for
too.
a bit and I was like,
Wanna know what happened? I just hear Jenna's like, "Hey, can you open the server for me? I'm gonna do a few things." I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then like 5 minutes later, I hear, "Uh-oh." I turn around, I see lava flowing down, and then everything's on fire. I'm like, How the fuck, man?"
yeah, I spent so much time on the bottom floor of our house planting trees in such a way that it covers all of the floor so that the snow never hit because I just didn't like the snow like particles like on the floor, you know? And so then we wouldn't get snow on the floor, and then I lit up that entire area so then we wouldn't get like any kind of like mobs spawning. Maybe like 2 or 3 hours like lighting up the whole thing over there, and then I did my best to like try to make it like as like aesthetically pleasing as possible. I wasn't done, but I had made a lot of progress. And now there's like certain parts where there was a tree where it's just like 6 blocks of ash. And I'm just like, you know, like if there's ever going to be a time where I can relate to someone whose house burned down in real life and how they just feel defeated and how they lost everything.
shit,
I
dude.
didn't lose anything. Like our house is still fine. It's just the trees around our house and like some of the aesthetic bits of our house are
The
all fucked.
foundation of your house is
But
gone.
yeah, the foundation of our house and it's just truly unfortunate. Also, I feel like we went through this server really fast. Like we got,
spent a lot of time on it though. We would spend days on it.
but the
like
last
full
server that
days.
we had, the last one, I
guess
spent
so.
weeks
Well, also
on that.
the last server that we had was a lot of us figuring stuff out because we didn't know what was happening and what mods we wanted to do, and just us looking
Well,
up
I think it's
stuff.
because there was so much.
And us
Yeah.
dying a lot because we couldn't go far. I think that's the problem about like choosing our mods.
I think that we just needed to add more stuff and more challenges for us. Because when we looked into it, it was like, oh, this looks cool. I want this gear, but there's nothing to really use it on.
I think the next time we should just look for a server that already has a fuck ton of stuff, see what is there, and then if we want to add stuff, just add it.
All the mods.
All of the mods? Is that like a...
It has like 500 mods on it.
Jesus.
All right, we're doing that one.
If we do a Forge server,
No, yeah. Forge has like a lot of the more wacky
we can have
mods.
the wacky and the crazy shit, you know?
That's where it has all the Pokemon one.
And the sex mod.
And
Well, we would have to go back.
No.
We should do a 12.2 mod.
There's a lot that we lose, though.
Yeah, we lose the world generation. But I'm sure there's mods that fix that.
I also felt like going forward, if we're gonna start a new server, maybe you can choose like your mod that you're interested in going into too, and then we just have 3 main things that we want to go into and just keep going.
I should get the magic mod that lets me draw.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that one's Forge. I feel like if we go on Forge, we have a lot of main mods option. You can have tactical gear, fucking attack helicopter,
The airplane mod.
the airplane. Yeah.
We already have that one, but we didn't really do anything with that one, though.
No, I should have made it.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
Should you like travel to your guys' place instead of like walking there?
Yeah.
And you crash into your place.
No.
I think that would have been really funny in our old world, because our house was 2 giant stone towers. So if you were to actually land in our house, it would be just, you know.
That's hella funny. You sorted the timer, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I was gonna say. Nice.
Okay, let me go through my notes. I probably have some stuff.
What's transparent?
So recently I went back to school, and after Thanksgiving break, I started like hearing stuff. This is what happens when I go to school and I hear conversations in the back. It's basically a Charlie Brown thing with like a couple of words we can do. It's like yeah. So I was going through like, you know, the school hallway and doing whatever, and now I just hear what are you gonna do for your transparent? And I'm like, all right, cool. I guess someone has transparents in the fucking classroom. Like, that's fun.
Yeah, that's neat.
And then 2 days later, completely different location, separate set of people. It's like, oh yeah, my transparents are doing great. And I'm like, what? And I got so caught off guard. I'm like, the statistic is kind of off the chart. What is happening? Why does everyone have transparents? What is happening? And this kept happening too. Like for like 4 or 5 different things, or like 4 or 5 different days, different people were talking about their transparent, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Sure, it's just not like the same person, but you're like, it's different people.
It's the same person. They just look different because they keep doing like their trans switching every once in a while.
I felt so dumb
I feel like
when I
being this
found out.
person today.
This last Thursday, actually, like just very, very recently, right? I went into school and I finally realized what they were talking about, because they started putting up posters about it.
Transparent?
Transparent
Oh, god damn it.
is
This is gonna be something really fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Transparent is program arranged by the art school for graphic design senior graduates to have a show, and it's not transparent, it's transparent.
Oh.
Like the word transparent, like as in not opaque.
Yeah.
So you're just being dumb.
I was just being retarded. I thought everyone had transparent. I was so confused. And everyone was just like, how is your transparent doing? And I'm like, what? It's like, what am I gonna do for my transparent? I'm like, what the fuck is
I
happening?
guess you have to do stuff for your
No.
transparent, I guess. Like,
yeah,
my
I was
parents
like,
trans. I guess I have to do something for
I
them.
guess it's the holiday season. I guess like what is happening right here?
That's
No,
funny,
it's a
yeah.
senior fucking project or show. So yeah, I felt really stupid how transparent.
Can we kick him off the podcast? No, I'm just kidding. No, that was good. That was good. We are really not like on it today, huh?
No. Like, I feel like that we wanted to do the podcast for a good bit, but like now that we're doing it, it's
I don't know if
No, I like that we're here. I'm
No,
just
yeah,
not
yeah.
like
I
I'm not like
always
in my A game.
Yeah, I'm not in podcast mode. I'm in hanging out mode and talking with you guys, but I don't know if I'm feeling particularly cheeky or entertaining.
There's that
today.
like line.
Yeah, mac and cheese and grilled cheese are mid to me.
You know, fuck you.
Look, I probably just haven't had a good grilled cheese or mac and cheese. It just tastes bland to me.
But grilled cheese is really good though.
Have you ever had fucking Chick-fil-A mac and cheese?
No.
I don't like Chick-fil-A mac and
See,
cheese.
I haven't had a good
Chick-fil-A
grilled
mac and
cheese or
is
mac
not
and
that
cheese.
great.
It's better than Kraft though.
Well, Kraft mac and cheese is
Well, that's
the
what I'm saying,
fucking
like,
bottom
like,
tier. Like,
have
the
you had
Wonder
Kraft mac
Bread
and cheese?
I don't
of
like
Kraft.
that.
There you go.
It's too
Yeah.
artificial for me.
Nobody
about-
likes Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah, if his experience is Kraft mac and cheese,
Have you
right?
had like homemade, like trade baked mac and cheese?
The one that fucking our gay friend made us that one time.
No, that one's no.
That's just pure grease.
No, it was.
Yeah, that sounds like pure grease.
Yeah, no, there was just a layer of butter. By the time we're done with it,
Like I said, I haven't
it's
had
not-
good
no,
mac and
it's
cheese.
We need
just
to
not
take
good,
you
really.
like the
Until-
easiest and like most easily accessible, really pretty good mac and cheese. Chick-fil-A mac and cheese.
Yeah, I don't like
I think
Chick-fil-A
the
mac
other
and cheese.
mac and
It's
cheese I had is like
good.
from fried chicken places, and I don't like those either.
I don't think it
And
is. I
that's
don't
also-
think.
Like the KFC mac and cheese. No, not KFC. Popeyes mac and cheese. I had
Yeah,
that. I
no.
don't like that.
It's not the greatest thing. It's not the
Okay.
greatest mac and
I
cheese.
think we need to find just
Let-
a restaurant quality
Watch
mac and
this.
cheese. All right.
We make our own mac and cheese,
No.
and we fucking blow his tits off with
You're
how
right.
good our fucking mac and cheese is.
Can we
You're
make
right.
it supplementary?
We can make it supplementary, man.
Or
I'm gonna-
we do a documentary style video of
Can
you
we?
guys
Yeah.
making mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And I'm in the room by myself in a different
Can we
room.
borrow our Riet friend's oven so that we can actually just have an oven mac and cheese
yeah.
thing?
You got to have like an oven baked like mac and cheese, my guy.
It needs to be
That's-
baked.
Yeah.
It needs to be properly baked.
Okay.
Not none of that like that boiled and
Yeah.
just put together with the cheese like
Yeah.
bullshit.
I
like,
think I
nah.
had a good mac and cheese one time, but that's like one time only. Or it was a baked one, and then they put like breadcrumbs on top. I like that.
There you
That was
go.
good.
See, there you
Yeah,
go. There you
yeah.
go.
But
There's potential.
I'd rather have other.
There's
Grilled
potential.
cheese, though, we can definitely do
Oh,
just with the equipment
easy.
we have.
Easy,
So-
easily can make you the best
Yeah.
grilled cheese you've ever had in your entire life.
Well,
Look, man, I just need to convince him. All right? I need you to be on my side for this.
Like people are like, oh, my comfort food is mac and cheese and grilled cheese. I'm like, not
Are you a
really.
big
I want to
chee-
try
Well-
the what's it called?
Are you a big cheese guy, though? Because
Not really.
You're not a big cheese
Like,
guy.
That's
then,
fair.
I don't have my
yeah,
own cheese
then,
stuff.
Like, do you?
If you think about it, like whenever I go get grocery shopping, I don't get cheese stuff.
If you're thinking about like something that you want to snack on, would cheese balls ever float across your brain?
No.
Cheese ball? Why would you choose cheese balls of all fucking things to be like, oh, you like cheese?
Well,
That's like
like,
the
to
worst thing
me,
you
right?
could have chosen.
To me, right? If you can like cheese balls, you will like all other cheese.
Like
If you can like
if
cheese
it's
balls,
there,
Yeah.
I'll eat it, but I don't go out of my way to get that
I don't
or
think-
Cheetos. I don't even get Cheetos.
I don't think anybody
I feel
goes
like
out of
my
their way for cheese
lines
balls.
of like people that likes cheese is very rare. It doesn't have to be all the time. Like you don't have to actually like it, but once in a while, once every fucking blue moon, you're like, cheese ball sounds nice. You know?
I think this is his bottom feeder energy coming out.
No, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
I was like, yeah, I feel like there's very few people that just like genuinely like
Cheese balls.
cheese balls. Yeah.
Cheese ball is good to have around 5 every 3 months. That's my
Like
limit
5
for
cheese balls every 3 months.
Yeah, because it gets old incredibly fast.
Just five.
Just 5, yeah.
He gets in like the giant ass tubs, and then
Yeah.
like,
Can you
he
show your
eats
work
5
here?
of it.
Yeah.
Can I
and
get
then
you to
throw
show
it
your
away.
work? Like this, that was a lot. That was very specific.
Yeah.
Um,
You know how you have like a beer and the first sip is always, that's good. That's some good shit. And then it just gets worse and worse as it goes on.
yeah, but I keep drinking beer.
No, yeah.
Right. But for cheese
Oh,
balls,
alcoholic though.
it just goes down really fucking fast. The first cheese ball is like, this is good. I'm vibing. And then the second one's like, it's a cheese ball. And then the third one, you're like,
I
you know?
don't. No, we're
No.
gonna have to
It's fine.
agree to disagree.
I think the one grilled cheese thing I want to try is the soaked tomato bread in the middle of the mac and
Wait,
cheese.
what?
Like they
What?
soak the bread in tomato soup and then they put inside the mac and cheese.
What?
Because apparently, like dipping your mac and cheese in tomato soup is good.
Dipping your mac and cheese into tomato
I mean, not
soup?
mac and cheese, grilled cheese.
There you go. Okay. So then explain the whole thing again. One more time. What? So you're saying soaking bread into tomato soup and then putting it in the middle of a grilled cheese?
Yeah.
I don't.
No, just take your grilled cheese and dip it into tomato soup.
I don't know. People say it's done that, and they said it tastes
That just
good.
sounds like some avant-garde fucking like really fancy fucking
That
dumbass
just
bullshit.
sounds like a really fucked up version of pizza.
What?
Yeah, it sounds like
It
an
just sounds like-
inverted pizza
yeah.
where
It
like
just
the
sounds
dough,
like a really
the
fucked
sauce
up
is in the
version.
inside.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know.
like it sounds like a
'Cause
fucking
it's
pizza
like-
that
roll.
sounded interesting to me for a guy that doesn't like grilled cheese.
I mean, that's fair. Totally try it. By all means, it's probably
I think
good.
you should have the basic version of it first before you try the advanced shit
I don't look forward to it though. I'm not a fan of it.
of just grilled cheese and tomato soup.
I haven't had it with tomato soup.
That's what I'm saying. You need to have the basic. You
I
need to
guess
have-
I
you need
should
to
have
have
it separately
that.
first.
Yeah, you need to have that before you try the fucking
Yeah.
like Gordon Ramsay like whatever bullshit.
Do you
know
guys
what I mean?
ever like eat something that's supposed to be paired with a soup or a sauce, but you like to eat the thing as itself first before you start dipping and mixing it with whatever the fuck you're
Does your
supposed
dad
to?
count?
Yes.
I was waiting to make that joke, so I didn't really hear what you said. What?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. The peak of committed genius.
I'm gonna make this joke.
So
I'm
are
gonna
you
make this
saying
joke.
like
I'm
you
gonna make
just
this joke.
So, for example, if like
crackers come out for the soup, you just eat the crackers by itself?
yeah, like if the cracker comes, well, I know what a cracker tastes like, so I probably won't do it. But if it's like a new food item presented to me and it's supposed to be dipped in something or paired with a sauce, I would like to have that thing by itself first before mixing it with whatever the sauce.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
or
that
the
you know what
dip.
it tastes like?
Yeah.
Or to I kind of like I don't know the way that I think about it is that I want to assess the quality of just the item before covering it all up with whatever the food or whatever the
It's
thing
like a
is.
very Chinese thing.
You know,
No, I do that too.
You're Chinese.
therefore your opinion is not valid.
Yeah. That's a very Chinese thing.
Is it a very Chinese
To like to assess the quality. Are you talking about like the quality, like, oh man, this is like very well like prepared, like all this stuff, or
not
whether or not you
necessarily.
like the one thing by itself compared to the thing with the other thing?
It's like a ratatouille thing
What?
where they had it separately first.
Wait, what?
Let me
No,
cook. Let me
No, hold
cook.
on.
Let
No,
me
it was
cook.
just so funny. The unified, synchronized. What?
It's like when they had the fruit separately and then they mixed it together.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
Yeah,
one of
I
my
think
favorite movies.
I think we're kind of saying the same thing at this point. I think we're just misinterpreting each other.
You know what it is? It's probably just to have to get more taste profile out of that one singular food item. So instead of just having a thing by itself, I'm having this taste by itself, and then I'm having a separate with the sauce, and you kind of understand how the sauce interact with the original taste better
Yeah.
if you just, taste the original thing first.
Okay, for all the retards that are listening to this podcast, or the retards that are trying to understand what's happening, we're pretty much just trying to say we want to know what the thing tastes like before we douse it in sauce and whether or not we like it or not. And how it works.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's it. That's layman terms. That's what we're doing. I'm losing brain cells of us explaining the same thing over and over and over in 16 different ways. The ratatouille. Oh, flavor profile. Whether you like it or not. I don't know. I just want to see how it interacts with the sauce. No, it's just whether or not you want to know if you like the thing by itself before you douse the fucking thing in all kinds of sauce and you lose the first thing, I want to know what this celery tastes like before I dip it in ranch. I want to know if I like celery or if I just like ranch. I get it.
Yeah, so what he said. You guys ever do that?
Yes. So to answer your beginning question, that sounded so fucking convoluted that I couldn't understand it. I was like, what are you trying to say? Yes, I also do that thing. If I have never had food item number 1, right? And I'm going to mix it with food item number 2. I'm going to have food item number 1 to know whether or not I'll like it. And I'm like, okay, cool. This sounds pretty cool by itself. Now, is this going to be better with food item number 2? I'm going to taste item number 2 by itself. And then I'm going to join the two together and see if that makes fucking a symphony of flavor that makes me come inside the Ratatouille's ass. Like,
So now that we're on the same page about
Holy
coming in Ratatouille's
shit.
ass,
oh my
right?
god.
There's still more.
Sometimes I feel like an insane person because when I'm in the mood for it, I push this so far that I basically start deconstructing the dish. Like I just start like placing the different mixed items in the dish into different areas, and I just eat them separately before I have the whole thing. And just to a normal person eating in front of me, that kind of looks insane because it's like you're grabbing like, I don't know, some chicken parm, and you're just fucking just like
You're
putting
separating
all
the
different
sauce,
pieces.
the cheese
Yeah.
on top, the
Yeah.
panko breadcrumbs, and
Yeah.
then the chicken. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you're fucking psycho. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's how you lost that tortilla that one time, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
what
guess
the
so, yeah.
fuck?
Because you ate everything separately, and then you had a sad tortilla by yourself.
Oh, that's different. That's because I didn't give a shit. I was like, whatever. I'll just eat.
Now, the opposite side of that, I do something similar, but the opposite, right? Where if I like all the ingredients that are presented in front of me, right, I'm going to combine all of them and make like some perfect bite, you know? Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen me eat egg rolls at like an Asian spot, but like, you know how
I
they give you
understand
like all the
perfect bite,
vegetables?
though. The perfect bite, it's a very
Right.
like, nice concept. you
Right,
know?
and then if I can replicate that as many times as possible, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this was the perfect bite. All right, now let me just destroy this thing and have every individual thing by itself and not replicate the perfect bite.
Feels very because like I think the perfect bite idea is so universal. You're actually supposed to do it for like a ramen place. You're supposed to that's why they give you a little spoon. You're
Yeah.
supposed to put a little bit of everything in it, so each spoonful is like a mini version of the ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which seems like, the perfect bite is just a universal thing that everyone kind of want to do,
I went to a Mediterranean place
Yeah.
with my Mexican lover recently, and we got like this like mixed plate of like, chicken kebab, the kufter, the one that looks like shit, the one that actually looks like a log of shit,
Nice.
and then like some beef or whatever, and it came with naan, it came with some hummus, it came with tzatziki or something.
That sounds good.
It was pretty good, except that was like the one place where the meat wasn't like the greatest in the world. Like usually, like when I go to Mediterranean places, they actually cook the meat really well.
No, yeah, the meat's usually the best part.
It's
of
usually the best
Mediterranean.
part. For me, I'm a big hummus guy, so I'm like, oh yeah, the hummus like elevates everything.
Yeah, the
And
hummus
they have
elevates
that-
it, but the meat is what brings it together.
They have like that tzatziki sauce where it's like very like sour, minty, citrusy, creamy type. Like I love that. I put that on everything. But I kept doing this thing where I was taking like a piece of naan bread and essentially creating like a taco of like with like the perfect bite kind of thing with like
So
putting a
you
piece
know?
of chicken. What?
A gyro or gyro?
I mean, it's in essence, yeah, pretty much a gyro, where I would have like the naan, or like just the bread. I guess I don't know if it's naan, but whatever. The
Pita?
bread, the pita bread, yeah. I kept saying calling it naan, huh? Yeah, the pita bread. I would put the meat. I would put the hummus. I would put the tzatziki. They had like they had like onion and like bell pepper and stuff. I put that on there, and the Mexican lover was just like, "Why don't you just eat it?"
separately?
Yeah, she's like, "Just eat it separately." And I'm like, "But I'm making like the perfect bite. I'm making like
So
I'm like
does she
I'm
not
crafting."
understand the perfect bite concept?
I don't think she gets it. I don't think
You
she
don't
gets
tear your pita bread in half and then stuff everything inside? In the
No,
pita bread?
I do that.
Oh,
She doesn't
okay,
do
okay.
that.
I
and
thought you were
she doesn't
saying
get
that
it.
you just fold it up and then you put everything like a taco.
Yeah, I mean, I essentially make like a gyro, like I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of yeah. I mean, there's not really a difference, I still take the pita bread, whether or not I open it or not depends on the size of it. If it's like already like a fat piece of like pita, or if they give me like little triangles, which I can then open to make it bigger, then I'll open it if I can make it bigger. But if it's already like a fat piece of pita bread, that's good enough that I can make that perfect bite. Like I'm not gonna
okay.
do that.
That's fair then.
It's based on the size that I've been given. There are some portions of pita bread that I'll be given, where it's like it's pretty big, and I don't have to open it, so then I'm just not going to open it, because then it just gives me more. It gives me more stability in that like improvised gyro, whatever.
Jaden looks very confused throughout this whole conversation.
No, I'm thinking about like the concept of a perfect bite, and rather that applies to like a just traditional Chinese family dinner, because in a traditional family Chinese dinner, right, you would just have your bowl of rice or whatever the fuck. Maybe you don't eat rice, or you just have a bowl.
I think
right?
you would just have everything separate.
And then all of the different like vegetable, meat, and dish, they're just all at the center, and you have your chopstick to pick a little bit. And if you want to, you can pick a little bit of everything into your bowl, and then have essentially the perfect bowl, right, before you eat. But I'm not exactly sure if the concept of like the perfect bite is a thing, because I don't think they're supposed to be paired with each other. Like they're just separate dishes that you can pick.
To speak on a culture that isn't mine, right? I think like in that sense, you guys appreciate the individual like pieces, the individual like things that are part of that meal, which is why you like to separate it and try and like just
I was
taste
thinking about
everything
that too.
individually.
I was like, is that? I'm having that moment where like I'm going back in time, and I just hear your voice going, I feel like it's a very Chinese thing. And I'm just like, is it a Chinese thing? Oh fuck.
It's a very Chinese.
I think it's because of the culture, like how each culture eats their food.
I feel like you guys are very like
cultures are very handsy with their food, like they use their hands to eat, like back then.
Yeah.
That's when you would incorporate the perfect bite, since you're really focusing on that food.
That's fair.
Well, in Chinese culture, you're only using chopsticks.
I
For
guess the
choosing
handsy thing
chopsticks,
is
yeah.
a good way to put it, because in
Hispanic culture, that's like a huge thing.
right.
Same
That's why you
thing
have
in
tortillas
Filipino
and grab
culture
stuff
too.
and like whatnot. Yeah.
My family was telling me like, because they want me to go to El Salvador, since I'm Salvadorian. I'm not Mexican. Sorry to say, I sound like a white guy, but I'm Salvadorian. What's it called?
That's why he's beige.
Yeah, I'm a beige bigger.
All right, everybody.
No, it's fine. He gave it a soft
Alright.
A.
Yeah, I gave it the soft A, and I gave it the B. But like my Salvadorian family was like being like, yo, you know, because I was eating my pupusas with like a fork and a knife.
Yeah.
And they were
like,
saying
"Yo,
like,
no,
yeah,
go
well, no,
ahead."
they don't give a shit. But they were saying like they wanted me to go to El Salvador, because I mean I want to go to El Salvador. But they were like saying like, oh, you should go next year. They always say that, but I don't never go, because they never tell me anything else. But they were like, oh yeah, if you go, you know, everyone over there is gonna make fun of you, because that's like a bougie thing that like nobody else does in El Salvador. Like that's like, you know, like to use a fork and a knife. It's like everyone uses their hands for everything: the rice, the beans, the cheese, the tortilla, the pupusas. You know, they like, oh, you guys have had pupusas like very few times, but the times where you had them, I'm sure you can imagine they like split the pupusa in half, right? Like they like pretty much like cut the thing in half, like long ways. And they open it up, and then they put the curtido inside, where it's like they put this like the salsa and the curtido, like the with like the pickled like lettuce and the like the all that stuff.
Oh, the veggies.
They put all that in there, and there's the different ways to eat it, where it's like then you essentially have two like pupusas, like two open-faced pupusas, and then you like make a taco. Yeah, they're kind of like pizzas, but then you would eat it like a taco, or you would put it then back together and then eat it like a fat taco kind of thing. So there's different ways to eat it, but like it's all like with your hands and stuff.
Yeah.
And like almost like there's a fuck ton of my family where they just eat with their hands, and I don't mind it. I mean, like they're all clean, and as long as they don't like touch other people's food, like it's fine, you know. But yeah, that's a very like common thing.
Yeah, you
for
wash
a lot
your
of
hands
Latin
and
family.
you just start kind of, you know, eating.
Well, washing your hands is optional, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
More flavors, baby. You want to get that actual familiar taste. Yeah, that tastes
this
like
tastes like
grandma's
your
little
dining
pinky
room
finger.
floor.
Yeah.
Oh, it tastes like your downstairs doorknob.
Yeah, there's this one traditional meal that my dad's side of the family does, where they would just like have banana leaves on the table.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be our plates. And then they just have like a spread of food all on the table. You just go fucking at it with your hands. And you just basically put everything that you want right in front of you. And then you can just like mix whatever you want.
Yeah. I feel
That's
like
a
with
good time.
that, it's like, because like with chopsticks, it's kind of hard to create the perfect bite. I've actually,
It's harder.
Well, it's not really a container, is it? It's,
No.
Yeah, I was trying. Remember that one time when I asked you to come pick me up and I ate sushi
yeah.
recently? When I was eating the sushi, I had like a vegetable roll, but when I was eating that roll, I was pretty much trying to make the perfect bite there too, but it was really hard, like to use like chopsticks with
Yeah.
it.
I mean,
it's not meant
I was
for
putting
that.
like the wasabi like on top, and then I was trying to use like the ginger to like kind of hold the wasabi there while I was like holding onto the side of it and then dipping it into the soy sauce and then putting it all into my mouth. It was really hard because it's just like the chopsticks are a very precision
Also,
type thing.
As far as like sushi goes, right? It's already meant to be a perfect bite to begin with because it has everything they need, and all that is really mixed, like quote unquote missing, is a little bit of soy sauce, and also traditionally in like some more picky places for making stuff like nigiris instead of just sushi. That's the one where you lay the
No
raw-
whaties? No, I'm just kidding.
No, where you lay the raw fish on top and it's just over rice, right? They would put a little bit of wasabi inside of the rice before to lay the actual fish down so that you don't really need to add wasabi to your thing. You just dip it in soy sauce and you go. And it's meant to be like every piece is just one bite. It's meant to be also just a perfect bite to begin with. That's why they cut into little pieces from a roll and just go,
also sushi is also made to be eaten with hands. It's not just a chopstick thing. Like,
I don't.
no, yeah, no, it
Hand
is.
rolls are made with meant
Hands?
to be hands. I don't know if like just pieces of sushi is
No, yeah,
made
no.
to.
You're supposed to eat sushi with your hands.
I don't think so.
Do we have any Japanese friends we can call?
No, I used to have a few, but
I have one called Google. Give me a second.
I would still like to go to Japan. That'd be fun.
I like to go anywhere. That'd be cool.
Please subscribe to our Patreon so that we can afford these trips.
Honestly, like more than that, like go like share this podcast with other people.
so
If you
that they
think
can
that-
subscribe to our Patreon.
I mean, if they want to subscribe to our Patreon, go for it. But if we can get like
Please,
enough that we can
companies,
get
sponsor
sponsored, yeah, there
us.
you go. Dude Wipes, sponsor us. Help us be able to go travel and live our lives. We're young. We want to live it up.
we
You know
want
what
to
I mean?
wipe our asses at different places with dude wipes.
Bro, I will literally like if
Fuck.
Dude Wipes were to sponsor a vacation, I would like record myself wiping with Dude Wipes.
you still have
that
to
to
do
happen.
that. You said in the previous episode. That's a while back. I've been listening to previous episodes to count your likes.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm doing pretty well.
No, yeah. Recently, you've been doing well.
I think I'm subconsciously getting more conscious.
I got
about,
soaked in just reading stuff about how to eat sushi. But you are correct. Sushi is meant to be eaten with hands. It's a finger food. But only the rice. You're not supposed to touch anything
No,
else
yeah,
besides the rice. So if there's sashimi, then you use a chopstick. If there's like any sort of
And you're only supposed to dip the soy sauce in the rice part, not the fish itself.
I think so. And also,
Yeah.
I don't think you were supposed to mix wasabi into your soy sauce, but people do it anyways. No
Oh,
one
I
gives a
didn't.
shit.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah, what
It's
are you
kinda
guys
weird.
talking about? I've just
The
absorbed it.
Eric's like counter.
I was
happened
talking about
recently.
that
No,
one game
Giddy's
you told me
doing it.
about.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I played it.
Nice. How was it?
It was so good. It was
Ah.
so. What was the word you called it last time?
Gay?
What?
What was that word you called it?
What?
For
Called what?
pixelated.
Anal. Oh,
For-
Pixelated.
Yeah, the
hot, sexual.
I'm done. I'm done with that bit. Let's move on. I don't know if you noticed. You both. I don't know if you both have noticed, but there was a short period of time, like I said, not recently anymore, but like within the past like few weeks,
Okay.
where I've been a little like snappy, a little bitey, you know, like not in the sense where I've been mad or anything like that, but I've just been like more susceptible to just like going off.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I've noticed.
Yeah. And like it inspired more banter between like the three of us, or at least especially like when me and Jay were playing Minecraft, where I would like ask him for something and he'd be like, "Oh, you suck my ass," and I'd be like, "You know what? I'll whatever." There's a few days where I was very consistently like that, and it produced very funny results. And I was like, that'd be pretty cool if I could replicate that feeling, that mood more often, because I wasn't mad, I wasn't upset, I wasn't annoyed at anything. I was just
snapping back.
I was like snappier. I was snapping back. That was it. But I would love to master that emotion. Yeah.
I still think about that time when we recorded our trailer for just the podcast in general. I think that was, I don't know what is going on in that session of recording, but whatever the fuck was happening, I think we were pretty funny during the trailer recording bit. That recording session, I felt really happy with just my performance as a whole, but also everybody else's performance was just great. Like, there's also, like, I don't know if this is a consistent thing or if this seems artificial. Go for it.
Oh, he's going to take a shit.
Yeah. But I don't know if this is a consistent thing that we try to do. But you know how you said a lot of your bits for the podcast has been just you kind of going like, I'm going to say some dumb shit and just let people roast me.
Yeah,
and
this
that will
is
produce content.
Jay's referencing a conversation we had outside of the podcast where we were just talking
100%.
about like our comedy styles or whatever. Go ahead.
I was like, there's quite a couple of bits in the podcast where it's just me being annoyed with the stuff that you guys did. You know, it's just me, one as an editor or like as whatever. And then just, you know, also early on when we were just consistently just on top of it with toilet humor and topic, I was just really done. And I thought those parts were really funny. But I'm like, oh, here we go again. And we just fucking go for it. And I was like, maybe that's something that I can lean into. That seems like it's a fun one to go for. Or just once in a while, I would truly feel like we're the worst podcast in the world and just start complaining about it on the podcast.
Just bring out your Eric Badur energy.
Yeah, it's just me going like, yeah, this is the worst.
This sucks.
This sucks. I don't know what's happening. This sucks. What are you doing? And I don't know what, going back to like the trailer recording, but there is a certain amount of unhinged in us while we record that session. Because it was something about us being really tired, not entirely giving a crap about what we're doing, but also excited to do it at the same time. The right combination of kind of over it, but also want to be there, that produced the best, like, most unhinged, don't give a fuck comment out of nowhere, you know?
If you have ears,
if you have ears, can you listen to a podcast, please?
Hey, if you ride an elephant, can you listen to this podcast?
Yeah.
We kept like just bringing up something else, and we're like, all right, here we go. If you have ears.
There's more and more stuff. Just like the right amount of being done and over it. It's really fucking
Just being
funny.
like, all right, well, here we go. If you have this, listen to the podcast. If you don't have this, listen to the podcast.
Yeah. I think that's also like a really good energy whenever we're talking about something that's really fucking stupid. I actually really enjoy episode 24 where we are just consistently on like the most gross sexually related, just some degenerate fucking shit. Like getting fucking railed, making a dude sandwich, like getting like whether deciding we like our nipples getting touched or licked, you know, just all sorts of fucking degen shit. And I really like that part where we almost went off of that topic. But then because of some dumb fucking noises that I made, you were like, all right, watch this. We're going to get right back into it. So I don't like getting my nipples touched. And then just the rest of us being really disappointed for 15 seconds and then joining back in. Just an immediate disappointment. Upon after which we just start participating. You know, it's just really,
Like-
really fucking great.
Yeah.
It's like, God fucking damn it. No, I wouldn't. I feel like the nip was
right.
kind of weird. You know, it just started going.
I was talking to my parents yesterday because they were asking me how the podcast was going because they know that I do it.
Yeah.
But they don't listen to it because my parents I actually really appreciate my parents in the sense where they know that this is, you know, one of my top, if not my only, like real passion project going on right now, right?
Yeah.
And so they were just like, I always tell them I really enjoy doing the podcast. Like we're getting better at it. We're becoming naturally funny.
Yeah.
Notes isn't necessarily becoming like a prominent like thing that we need anymore. Granted, like this the past episode was kind of rough, you know, but we have those every once in a while.
ramp
But
up to
recently, we ramp up to it.
Yeah.
But my parents were saying, or I was like telling my parents how the podcast is going and everything. And
Do they listen?
no. Well, I was telling our who are these people? Our
All right.
hold on, wait. hold on.
Listeners?
Yeah, our listeners.
Chucklefux?
Yeah, the other Chucklefux. Yeah, the
cucks?
Chucklefux. Like,
The cocks.
the Chucklecucks. Yo.
Yeah, we're the ones that
Oh.
are fucking. they're
Yo, I
watching or
love
listening
that.
to us.
I
Chucklecucks.
fucking love that. Chucklecucks.
I'm sorry, Kennedy and Nick. You guys are now both Chucklecucks.
Well, they're the OG Chucklecucks. They're honorary Chucklefucks, but they're the first Chucklecucks, though. Oh, that's amazing.
Jeez.
And it has to be spelled. Wait, do we want it to be spelled with a
C-U-X?
C-U-X or want it a K-U-X?
I think it has to be CUX.
You want it to be K-U-X? I mean, C-U-X? So the opposite of what you said. I want C-U-X. Oh, so you want K-U-X? Okay, so we want C-U-X.
Chucklecucks.
I had a moment where I was sorry, like this is completely irrelevant, right? More irrelevant than what me and Jay were just talking about before you came back.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about the spelling of Chucklecucks, right? If we were to go with K, and I was like, are there enough Ks where I could spell KKK? but no, but
It
no.
would have to be spelled KUCKS, and then there would be 3 Ks in there.
Chuckle.
No, I was just like, I just had a moment where I was like, if there's 3 Ks in there, someone could like be like, oh my god, they're associated with KKK. I was just having a moment right there, and then I was like, you know what? It's good that we have a C because then it's three C's and it's like CCC. Like what's the CCC? You know, the Cool Kids
China.
Club. The Chinese cool kids. Okay, so anyways. I was explaining to Jay and the Chucklecucks that I really appreciate like my parents in the sense where like they know that I do the podcast, they know that I enjoy like doing it, and they know like what it's called and everything, and they like tell other people that I do the podcast because they're like, oh yeah, he's doing like a podcast, like, you know, that's like his passion project that he's doing right now, but he's also doing other things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then they don't like spread the name of the podcast with like people that are my family members because, I mean, like, you know,
We would like any of the Chucklecucks to actually do it, but our family member, no. Please don't spread our
like
names.
any family members, I'm not like,
I'm not sure if I want our familiar, like, you know, relations to be associated with this podcast.
my
No, not at
stepmom was telling my step grandma, right,
Yeah.
that like I was doing a podcast, and my step grandmother doesn't necessarily understand any kind of boundaries. She has no fucking chill. She does the most out of pocket type bullshit. I don't ever want to be seen in public with her. Like it's like it's the most like
Jesus.
she's like the most deranged woman that I could ever like be seen with, right? Not
That
saying that
bad.
she's a terrible person. She's an amazing person. I appreciate her very much. She's essentially my grandmother. But she is the last person that I would ever want to hear this podcast. And she was like, oh, well, what's the podcast called? I want to listen to it because I want to have a podcast. And I was like,
No,
you don't.
not our
My
type of podcast.
stepmother was like, yeah, you don't want to listen to his podcast. Like, you don't. Like, no, that's his thing. We're gonna let him do his thing. Like, we're gonna let him have his relationship with his friends and, like, you know, create whatever he wants to create, and not try to associate ourselves with that. Not because they don't want to be associated with it, but mainly just because they don't want to, like, make me feel like, because I know that they're listening, that I should say something different.
to
you know,
be
that I should
influencing the kind of content you want to make.
Yeah, which, I mean, like, by default, they kind of already do, because, like, just other shit.
Yeah.
But now that I know that they're not listening, it only helps.
There's no direct.
There's no direct thing to it.
Yeah.
I don't remember why we brought that up, but I was just telling Jay about that.
Yeah, that's mainly why I haven't told my parents, because I know that they would most likely listen to it.
Yeah.
I'm like, later down the line, maybe, but not now.
I always tell my parents, I'm like, I'm with you guys. Like, I'm cool with you guys listening to the podcast, because I'm gotten closer with my dad and my stepmom, where I know that whatever I say here, they know it's a joke, because the way that I joke with you guys is not all that different than the way that I joke with them, only in the sense where I'm a little bit more deranged. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit more open.
Unhinged.
And yeah, it's we're just on a different level, but not outside of the same vein. You know what I mean? I just take it like 3 or 4 steps further with you guys, and sometimes I just fucking go for it, you know? So with them, I don't really mind if they listen to it. I always tell them, like, hey, but if you guys do, just understand that this is how I am with my friends, and I will never say that to you guys. You know, that's just the way that I am, and I understand that it might be offensive, or you might not entirely enjoy the things that I say, but it's all in the spirit of good fun, you know? It's all jokes. I guess we could lead into, like, anything that we have said thus far is just jokes. We're just dicking around.
It is not,
you know,
our personal views.
They're
on
not
any racist, sexist, or ableist
Well, and I'm just
well, we are homophobic. No, I'm just kidding. Don't take that out of the context. Yeah, no, we just joke around.
we
We're
would
just
never
jokes.
view anyone else as non-equal to us or worse than, you know, what
Honestly,
we are.
I don't know about you guys, but I see everyone else better than I am. You know, they're
Look,
like,
we
they're
don't
just
have
better
to go
people.
there. Like, we know that's a place that exists somewhere in us. We just don't have to go there.
Yeah.
We just talk mad shit because it's funny.
We talk mad shit because no one's in front of us and they can't beat our ass.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, the negative Geodudes, like, he could totally still beat my ass.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, dude.
he just, like, scissor kick me and I'm
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
done,
dude.
you know? The actual Geodudes can just fucking
he's
monkey
like
me.
one
and just,
of the best in the world. Like, what do you mean?
well,
Like,
I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
you
he's
know,
legit
we're
one
making
of-
fun of him, like,
Yeah.
now, but, like, I would never say anything to his face. One, because I'm too much of a pussy to, you know, say it to his face. And even if I did, I knew I was going to get my ass beat. Like, that's just what it is,
But
you know?
also, like, we respect him.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're a fucking Olympian. Like, there's so
No,
much
yeah,
respect
he's
to
an
that.
Olympian.
Like,
He-
what? Who are we? You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
a fucking Olympian,
You're
and here
literally
we are.
the best in the world in something. Like,
Yeah,
what,
like,
what are
we-
what are we doing?
we make a dumbass fucking podcast where like 90% of our listeners are us. You know what I mean? Like, I listen to our episodes probably more than anybody else does, you know? I listen so much. We're really our biggest fucking fans. You could be your biggest fucking fan, but you have like 1 million other ones, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I think we, like, despite how much shit we talk, we like have a lot of respect for the people like
that we made fun of.
that we make fun of, and we understand like where they're coming from, and also the people in our lives,
Yeah.
like who we may have made fun of that may seem like, oh, you should respect that person. We do. We just are here to make fun of them just because it's funny and it makes good content, you know?
Yeah,
but
if
we don't
ever talk shit about, you know,
our mother.
yeah, sure. If I ever talk shit about my stepmom and how she would never shut the fuck up, understand that at the end of the day, I love my stepmom. Like, I have a mom because of her, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. No,
there's
100%.
no other reason why I would say that when I actually just don't like her, you know?
Yeah. If you didn't like her, then you wouldn't talk about her. Like
Yeah.
my stepdad.
Yep. Yep. That's right.
No, that one I don't really give a shit. He's my stepdad. Everyone knows that fucking stepdad sucked.
Stepdads as universal, like just entities.
Universal pieces of shit.
Yeah,
there are
it's just not
100% exceptions to that rule. Don't fucking come for me. I get it. But on a general scale, they're usually kind of shit.
Man,
At least in my experience.
we can totally cut this out. But there was like a couple of moments.
I thought you were saying cut out everything that we just said. I was like, we just tried. We had been character assassinating ourselves for the past 26 episodes, and you want to cut out the one thing that would save us? I was like, what the fuck, man? Jesus Christ.
You know what we should do?
He wants to put
Cut
us
it out?
together.
No. We should take this episode, the episode like number, timestamp, and just link that in every other episode that we think is a little bit racy,
No.
little bit
just
sexist.
Make it a clip.
I'll make it a clip and I'll pin
let's
that.
make it-
And
yeah.
make it our
Pin
first
that,
thing.
But also give me the link so I can put it in the description of stuff like episode 19. Like
If you got
episode
offended by
24.
anything in this episode, please reference this episode, this timestamp, listen to that full thing, and understand that these are all jokes. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Yeah, we have a content warning before that.
Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. It's a content warning.
Oh, man.
This episode is rated TVMA.
TVMA. Fuck. Yeah. I totally misread mango nectar to say mango hentai, and I was like, what?
I'm sorry.
Everything
Just gotta
is
skim
all
over that real
mixed up
quick.
besides the T and the A.
Look.
I'm gonna drink my mango hentai. You guys keep talking among
Okay.
yourselves.
Well, he was gonna say something that he probably wanted to cut out. We can't really do that now, can we? No, let's wait for him. Let's wait for him.
Okay, what?
What are we cutting out?
Yeah, what are we possibly cutting out?
I was trying to cry in my car on the way back from school.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no, okay, cool.
And it
Got
just didn't
Yeah.
happen. I think I lost my ability to cry. I don't think I can cry anymore.
Well, why were you trying to cry?
Huh?
Why are you trying to cry?
I don't know. It was
It's
during the
healthy.
time where I was.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with crying. I was just trying to understand why you felt the need to cry.
I just felt like there was a lot of like stress / self-pity / emotion kind of like just building up, and I was like, it would be nice to find some sort of way to release it. And then I'm like, maybe I should cry about it, and then I just couldn't.
You think if I like took a wrench, like you know, like you know,
You think if I just take a wrench, beat your ass? You think?
Break your fucking kneecaps so you can cry about it.
Oh fuck! Now I have to keep that in.
wait, okay.
I
Watch
could
this.
fucking fix the Phoenix with a wrench.
Let's all talk about the last time we cried then.
No, hold on. Wait. You think if I were to take like one of those adjustable wrenches, like you know, like the one with the little screws in it,
Oh,
like
yeah,
where you,
yeah,
like you
yeah,
screw it
yeah,
and then it like
yeah.
A
slowly
monkey
gets smaller.
wrench?
No, you
that
have
what
me
it's called,
adjustable, but sure, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I were to take an adjustable wrench and slowly just squeeze it on your nipple, you'd be able to cry.
I hope so.
It's dumber than I thought.
I hope so. I don't know. We haven't
All right.
tried it.
Well,
Maybe
if
that's
you-
a ticket for you to go for it. You know,
Yeah,
who knows?
Well, not me for me to go for it. I don't give a shit. I'm just trying to help you cry, man. If you need a reason to cry, I'll give you one. Give me your wrench and your
Look,
kneecap
man,
or your
if I
nipple.
fucking
You know,
sliced
choose.
open my finger at work and took 3 stitches and I didn't cry about it, I don't think nipple clamping is the way to do
Well,
it.
there's
I
a
think you'll get turned on by it.
No, well, one, there's adrenaline there. You didn't like see that coming. This one, there's anticipation. You know, you
That
feel
only makes it
coming.
harder. That only makes my nipples harder.
Okay,
You
what if I
think-
did it to like your dick head? Your, like the tip of your dick.
Oh,
Am I about in? Maybe.
Yes, your bell end. I was like, what? Okay.
No, maybe.
do you think
Who knows?
you would cry if we
Who
edge
knows?
you too much?
What?
I don't think
I don't think so.
that turned me on way more than it should.
Wow. In what context? I need to know.
Well, I was thinking about like
Getting
like,
edged?
could anybody ever edge me so hard that like I would want to cry? And I was like, and I thought about that. I was like, what if someone were actually able to edge me that much? And I think that would turn me on a lot. Like if someone could edge me that hard,
I think the relief would be the best part until.
oh my god,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
the pay, I would come buckets, my guy. Oh my god, I would cover the wall. I'd repaint these walls, my guy. Like I'd be in that one SpongeBob episode where I'm just like just shooting everywhere in the walls, like shooting puzzle piece patterns into the wall, my guy. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
That's hot.
Do you think you can get to that point, Jaden?
What?
Do you think you can get to that point?
Like to cry?
To get
edging
me
to the
that
point-
or just like what?
No,
what's
do
the
you think
context?
I could get you to that point?
No, I doubt it.
Where
I don't
you
think you
edge
have
to the
what it
point
takes.
where you cry just from the wanting of
I don't know.
needing
I
to.
don't think I could do it.
I don't think I
I'm
could.
fully confident I could probably try to do it to someone else and succeed, depending on the person.
You know what? I probably would cry to that.
It's just 3 days of please let me go.
I think it would take longer.
I think it would
I don't
take
think-
maybe
that would
2 or
take
3
shorter.
hours.
Yeah, it would take
honestly.
shorter.
Like
Yeah.
3 hours. Like no, like if someone's like just straight up just like edging me for that long, like
Yeah, you would be hard the whole time and
I-
sensitive.
I would be hard the entire time. I'd be super fucking sensitive. You get some good ass fucking lube on that shit, bro. My fucking balls would be blue by the time that I'm coming, dog. I'd be so fucking swole in my nut area.
Swole nuts.
You gotta tell them to
Swole-
evacuate the room.
Swole nuts sounds like a male performance.
This whole room's
drug
gonna be
name.
a splash zone.
Swole nuts.
Swole nuts.
Can everyone evacuate the area? I'm about to fucking explode.
Evacuate the house.
It's just a sound of like an almost empty ketchup bottle. But that for the whole 5 minutes.
Bro, I think I would come so fucking hard to that.
5 minutes of nutting? That's insane.
I think you would edge me that hard. Like,
You nut for 5 minutes?
I think I could probably get into the nut range. Into
Nut zone.
I can get to the nut zone. Welcome to the cum zone. Only come inside anime girls. Quivering clit, double jointed pussy.
5 minutes of nutting.
Well, I think I could get like into like the minute, like mark
yeah,
of
even
cu-
a
of
minute,
nutting.
it's like stretching it.
Yeah, like I could get into like the 30-second minute like area of nutting.
That's
or,
impressive.
Or like, are you talking about nutting in terms of like the actual orgasm, or me just spewing cum for that long?
I think the actual orgasm.
The actual easily orgasm, couple minutes.
Yeah.
If you were to edge me for that long, where I'm possibly crying.
Why would I be edging you?
Well, I'm just
No, specifically you
But,
in
no,
his
you know,
room,
with
fully
you and your nice
naked,
little
edging
feminine
him.
hands.
Yeah.
Bro, you give me that little cute ass little look you gave me.
I can't believe you slipped past the episode. You just redrew a target on your forehead, my guy. Now we're gonna be going on about this for the rest of the session.
Nah, we can move on. Or you guys,
shit.
one of you guys was about to say something.
Were we?
Well, one of you guys was. I don't remember what
I don't
you.
think so.
No, 100%.
I think I can do it.
Cool.
Josh, is edging hot next question? No. Is edging hot, yes or no? Sorry.
Is edging hot? Next question. You're like in a spelling bee. Can you spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Next question, and like the person's like,
Can you
You
use
use that in a
edging in the sentence?
I'll tell you exactly what happened in my brain. I thought about it, and then for some reason
he
I was
answered
like,
it himself.
I thought about
So
it.
edging high? Yes. Next question.
But the yes was inside his own head. I imagine like in Jay's head, he was on a
He
stage.
heard me say yes in his head.
No, like he was on a stage. It was him on a stage with a microphone, and then there was another him like as like the adjudicator. He's like, is edging hot? Got like Jay on the stage. Yes, Jay the adjudicator. Next question. And that's exactly what happened in his head, and he was so focused on like that visual that he like totally dissociated. That was amazing.
No, I was thinking
was
about
awesome.
like a fucking, you know how you have heads up and you can't guess it and you just say next. In my mind, I was trying to decide whether I want to ask that question, and then towards the end, I was like,
Nah.
While he was thinking about it, he asked the question anyways and also passed the question. He was like, do I want to ask this? Josh, is editing hot? Next question. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's exactly what my brain was thinking about when that happened. I was like, should I ask that question? Probably not. All right, pass.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
So is edging hot? Pass.
I think so.
Well, like hot in the sense where he would like to get edged, or he like what? Like
Yeah. What's a parameter? Like, what do you feel?
Like no, yes.
I think
in
so,
all
yeah.
scenarios.
You
Yeah.
would like to
Yes?
get edged?
You like to get edged? Okay.
Wash this. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll fucking leave. I'll dip. I'm fucking out of here.
Later in our room, just hear, let me.
He's looking over at the neighbors.
Well, they're out there, I think. Oh man, yeah.
That's funny.
Fuck. Wow, that fell off.
Look, man, just give us some time. We're thinking about
Oh
edging.
man. No, okay.
Let me look at the nose.
Well, hold on. Wait. Do we have anywhere else to go with that? Do we still want to talk about edging? Like we can talk about
I think
edging.
we're done.
No. Oh fuck no. Oh no.
What
Fuck
are you
no.
gonna say about it?
You got more things to say about edging, man?
What you got? What
Oh,
you
I
got,
fucking
man?
love edging people though. That's a good time.
That's fair.
So what's hook and there's cousins in question mark?
Oh, so
What is the note?
It's just cousins.
it's just cousins
Oh.
question mark.
and then you put
Cousins?
steps cousins right after.
I just
So
Yeah, hold on. Before you go into that,
go for it. Go for it.
Can I just say that, of course, this is very egotistical, right?
No.
And I fully understand
I
that it
disagree.
could totally be narcissistic as well. But I believe that I make myself laugh the most out of anybody that I know.
That's
I
like
just,
the third
not
time you said down the
narcissistic.
I know.
podcast, man.
That's not narcissistic at all. I mean, like you're just making yourself laugh more than anything. And since you're the only one that has any say in that,
I think if
Completely true.
there's one thing that like I usually think of, I'm like, if I think it's funny in my head, I'm just gonna say it. Like if it makes me laugh, then I think it's funny, and I think I want to say it. And so everything
that
that I
matters.
say, I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just. Anyways, so your steps cousins.
so I'm a English second language learner.
What?
Right, I learn language is not really my strong suit, and on top of that, English is not my first language. I really fucking hate the idea of cousins.
Like, is this a problem with English?
It is a language problem.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
In Chinese, right, we are not very specific about the stuff that we say. For English, you tend to have words for basically every single different thing. And they're completely different words. Because English is a fucked up language that's really just, three different languages dressed up in a trench coat trying to fucking pretend to be its own thing.
Yeah, it's
right?
a gross
Try to be able to
amalgamation
buy
of every-
cigarettes.
Yeah, I mean, honestly. So, for example, I'll give you a very simple thing, right? Pork and beef, right? In Chinese, it's very simple. We have a word for meat, which is either, depending on Canto or whatever, it's just yo, So, yo. For chicken meat, we just say chicken meat.
Yeah.
雞肉, or pork meat, 豬肉, or beef, which is cow meat, just 牛肉. It's different. It's just the same shit for every single one. It's just pair the meat with the stuff that it came from. Simple as that. But for English, we have pork, but a pig is called a pig. It's not, anything even similar to that. Cows, beef, maybe like deer, venison. Like, what the fuck is that? It's just nothing doesn't.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm like. I'm so sorry, Jay.
The most retarded, like, oh yeah, sure. It's like fucking two brain cell having ass response.
I'm snacking on popcorn and I'm trying to get one of the fucking kernels out of my tooth or out of my gum. And as I was trying to say, "Oh, I see," I was like, and that's just how it came off. I'm so sorry. I was just trying to acknowledge that you said something.
But for every single thing, there's a entirely different noun for that thing, except cousins, which is just an umbrella term for people that are loosely related to you in the family sense. And it confused the shit out of me because at least in Chinese culture, is you have different things for different people between like your relationship and them. So from your mother's side, your cousin is called something different entirely than from your father's side cousins. You know, rather your cousin is older than you and younger than you also has like a different words for it, and everything is very categorized in that sense. But when I first came here, one of the biggest culture shock was just like, oh yeah, she's your cousin. I'm like, she's 24. I'm 10. What the fuck is happening? What do you mean we're cousins? Like, yeah, you guys are cousins. I'm not even going into like however fucking many removed thing where like some dumbass motherfucker living today is like, yeah, I'm technically like the third removed cousin for Abraham Lincoln. You're like, what? It's just cousins is a really fucking confusing concept for me to understand, and I get pissed off about it because for every other thing you guys are so precise and clear about using your English words to mean that specific thing, except fucking cousins.
I'm a professional at this.
Oh,
as being the token Mexican, token non-Mexican, I'm a professional at this. Don't worry. I will be your guide.
Also, fucking uncle and aunts is really confusing as well. Where it's just like, fuck all is uncle and aunt. Like, neighbor across the street could be an aunt to your uncle or whatever. But also, like, familiar relation is an uncle or whatever. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Right. Well, I mean, for the family, like the family friend stuff, it's like it's a family friend, but like to keep it short and simple, just uncle, whatever, because they're so closely like involved in your family, they're just called uncle. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, why be like, oh yeah, this is the family friend of this guy who knew this guy who like when they met here and now like they've just been with us for so long that he's just part of the family kind of thing. You know what I mean?
And I'm totally fine with like the whole cousin thing being like an umbrella term for like everything. It confused the fuck out of me most of the time. But like, it's end of the day, it's not that deep. But what's really fucking ludicrous is that you could be cousins with someone that you're entirely in a different generation that has been dead for a long time. Oh yeah, by the way, he's your cousin. What the fuck?
Well, it depends. It depends. Depends on the whole cousin thing, because people just throw cousin around, but there might not actually be your cousin.
All right,
there's
the possibility of cousinhood is there. It's a ridiculous situation.
Well,
But
it depends on when they were born and when you were born. Like regardless of when you were born and when they were born, if like, okay, so watch this, right? You have your grandparents, right? Your grandparents have 4 kids, right? Those like one of those kids is your dad or mom, right? And we're just sticking with this with like, say it's your dad, right? We're sticking with just your dad's side, right? Because the same as he said with your mom's side, right?
Right.
You have your grandma, your grandparents have 4 kids.
Yeah.
Son number 1 is your dad, right? You come along, right? And then all other 3, like the siblings of your dad, right, are your uncles and aunts, right?
Right.
That's what they are, right? Say if you were born, say if like one of your uncles or aunts, right, has a kid, like, 40 years ago, right? Say if they're that old, right? Just stick with me here, right? 40 years ago, right? And then you're born 20 years ago. Just because they're 20 years older than you doesn't mean anything. You're still cousins, only because that line is like that's the tree. You're in the same level of relation. That's it.
It's heavily dependent on the lineage.
It's just the lineage, right? Even if your grandparents have siblings, right? So say if your grandpa has some siblings, that uncle, right? Because you're not gonna be like the cousin of your, or like your grandpa's brother, right? Like that's essentially your uncle, right? Everyone that's not directly related to you, like within like that, they're not like in the same line as you, you know, like directly. Everyone else outside of that is your uncle if they're older in generation from you, and if they're not your grandparents. Those are your aunts and uncles. You could be specific if you want, right? But aunts and
technically,
uncles.
I can have a cousin from my grandparents' generation. We're talking about cousins like however once, twice removed thing now.
Nah.
So, for example, if your great-great-grandparent, right, had 2 kids, you have your great-grandparents and your great-grand-uncle, right?
Okay.
Your great-grand-uncle has a son or daughter that's technically on to your grandparents, right? That is your first cousin twice removed.
I didn't fully follow everything you were saying. It's a visual.
I just think that the cousin chart that I just pulled up for him to look at, which explains that, you know, your grandparents' generation could have a cousin for you.
This is stupid.
It's fucking ludicrous, and it's just stupid.
Nah.
It's really stupid how that
this
works.
Is stupid.
Exactly.
Nah, this is dumb.
Exactly.
I'm gonna just discount this being the fucking brown guy, right? Being like the fucking Latin brown guy. This is wrong. Nah. So you got great great grandparents, right?
If you look into the relations, Josh, if you want to look up the relations of just like cousins being like however
That's just an
first, second,
intent.
third removed thing, like it's
this is
insane. Dumb. This is so stupid.
I don't
how
know
cousin works.
I don't know if like I think you and me are like when we refer to our family, we're probably the same since like it seems like you're getting it right.
Yeah.
They're pretty much saying that your parents' cousin, like your parents' cousin, is also your cousin, but first removed.
No,
That's what. Yeah, no, that's stupid. That's stupid.
they're still my aunt and uncle.
It goes great great grandparents, great grandparents, great uncle, great aunt, whatever, right? And then it goes, like a grand uncle.
So the
right?
chart is saying that you can't really technically call them uncle or aunt because they're not related to that tree anymore. Because say if your great grandparents had 2 kids, like, and that tree is fucked off and not related to your parents, they're technically cousins from that tree downward and not uncles and aunts, because to be qualified as uncle and aunt, you need to be related to your your parents.
Nah, this is stupid too, because then you go to the younger generation, right?
Right.
Because it's saying that so say if your uncle has your cousin, right? And then your cousin has a kid, right? That's saying that that's also your cousin. That kid who is a generation after you is also your cousin. No, that's your fucking niece or nephew, my guy. Like, that's stupid. No.
Yeah, it seems it's
don't.
really
If
fucking
you want to
stupid.
simplify this, don't follow this. Everyone within the same line as you is your cousin. Everyone
as soon
before
as
you.
anyone says cousin, however, whatever removed, as soon as removed get into the picture, I'm done. I'm not going through that bullshit to try to identify some cousin that's like fucking dead for 20 years. Ain't doing that.
Nah, this is stupid. Don't follow this, my guy. It's gonna get confusing, and this is stupid. Everyone that's in your great great grandparents line is your great great grand uncle or grand aunt, right? Everyone that's part of your great grandparents line is either your great grandparents or your great grand uncle aunt, right?
Yeah.
After that, it's just a grand uncle or a grand aunt, right? And then after that is an uncle and aunt, because they're all within the same line, same generation, regardless of however far removed they are. They're still related to you because they're still in that tree, you know? Like, it doesn't really matter. If it was like fully like adopted or whatever, okay, I mean, sure. But and then everyone that's in your generation, so like it's in this example, like a generation 5, those are all your cousins. All of those are your fucking cousins. I don't give a fuck who you think they are, right? Those are all your cousins.
That's it. I stopped listening 5 minutes ago. I gave up on this. Like, it just sounds
Yeah,
like whether if
Yeah.
I have my uncle or my aunt, that's just cousins with extra steps. It's whatever. It's
Well,
fine.
everyone
in a distant umbrella of like familiar relative to me is just my cousin. It's
Nah.
just whether on top of that you want to be my uncle, sure, whatever. Who gives a shit?
Nah, people are older than you. It's
Fuck.
most likely your aunt or your uncle, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's stupid.
It is really fucking stupid.
Nah,
the science of cousin.
That's
is
like white people. That's white
really
people
insane.
fucking family tree. Nah, that's stupid.
No, yeah. Sounds very confusing. But do you know what's not confusing?
oh no.
Marvel race.
Wait, how far are we into this?
An hour 30.
Okay. Do we still want to keep going? How long do we have?
I think we
pleasantries?
could squeeze in like one more.
Okay. All right, so marble racing.
It's something
You
that we
brought it
found
up.
very recently.
I was like, I'm not gonna like take this conversation. Go ahead. So we found it recently.
And I think it's the best thing that we've ever discovered.
It's the best thing we have.
Right next to the animal ASMR.
Oh
this is-
yeah. Animal ASMR
This
is
is
pretty
the
good.
best sport we've ever discovered.
100%. I think it's the only sport we'll actually care about for the next like 20 years. Hopefully they keep doing it in 20 years. But I'm Team Hazers or Team Crazy Cat's Eye.
I'm a Team Thunderbolts. I'm an underdog player.
All right, yeah, sir, that's fair.
Yeah.
What do you?
He's mellow yellow, man.
I was
No.
waiting for him
Well,
to
Mellow
bring up
Yellow
his
is
own
a team
teams,
that
you
I
know?
kind of half give up on. If they do anything, cool, whatever. It's like Mellow Yellow to me is that middle child that I don't really give a fuck about. Like, if he achieves something, great. If he doesn't achieve anything, he's not mine. You know, like,
Bruh.
it's just
Not yours.
it's just kind of there. My main team that really doesn't show up that often. It's the mint chocolate one.
Oh yeah.
Midnight Wisps.
No.
There's a
Or
mint
the-
chocolate one that we discovered last time we watched.
Is that what they're actually called? Mint chocolate?
No, yeah. No,
It's like
they're-
mint something.
minty fuckers, whatever the fuck they're called. They have mint in their name, but they just look like mint chocolate. I just like the marble because I profile marbles by the way they look.
Nice.
I think the next time the Marble Olympics do come around, which is probably next year,
Uh-huh.
since it looks like it's timed up with the actual Olympics.
We should place
We should
bets.
start betting.
Yeah, we should start betting
Oh, fuck.
the Marble Olympics.
And then we should like keep on track like every day that they post.
That's right. We
Yeah.
all have to subscribe and keep on track of like how
We
they're
watched
doing.
live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta watch it
They have a
live.
premiere feature.
Yeah, they probably do.
That's hella fucking funny.
No, they don't have.
Yeah,
a
no,
premiere
I have way
feature.
too many teams. I need to like try to focus on like a couple of teams. But I'm like Hazers, Cat's Eyes. I like support the Raspberry Racers every once in a while. And then what's that other one that I like?
What I do like is that we have teams that we universally
Crazy
just
Cat
hate.
Eye?
No, not Crazy Cat's Eye is already one of them. It's like top one. No, we hate the fucking Ducks.
Yeah,
we also hate the
Ducks.
jungle ones.
We hate the jungle.
We hate the
one.
Rangers.
Oh, we also
The
hate the
Rangers
Rangers.
fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Uh,
And we also have like our own like intertwined like I don't like the Thunderbolts. Like I think they fucking suck as a team, but Josh is into them. He loves them. It's fine, you know. It's,
But
They
we
just
also,
suck.
what was the team that we all rooted for that one time? I think it was the Mellow
Pinkies?
Yellows.
Was it Pinkies? I also I'm
whatever
also
it is,
Pinkies.
it was 100% just to beat one of the jungle ones or the ducks. Like, it's-
I think we usually, if like the Ducks or the Jungle ones are winning,
Or
we
Rangers.
root for whoever
Is not.
is not one of them. Yeah,
yeah,
like
whoever's
all
winning
Rangers,
against
we
them.
also fucking don't like them. Yeah. Outside of that, we don't really care.
To explain to everyone what we're talking about, there's this channel on YouTube called Joe's
Gel's Marble Runs.
Marble
Oh
Runs.
yeah, Joe's Marble Runs. Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And he
I
makes
think he's the only one. I haven't seen any other
I'm sure
ones.
there's probably somebody else that's tried it.
Nah, probably.
Yeah, tried it, but not been as successful as
right.
this guy.
But he's the
Yeah.
one that
He's like the big one.
used marbles to run like sports.
Events,
Just
yeah.
any sports event. Like they have a league, they have the Olympics, they have Winter Olympics, they have fucking like
Triathlons.
F1 racing now for some reason. Like
There's F1. We were watching the first one.
Yeah, we were watching that one. They like some of the marbles like host certain events.
Yeah, like
The Hornet Cup.
the Hornet. No, the Bumblebee.
Oh, yeah, the Bumble
Yeah, the
Cup.
Bumblebee was the one that we first watched and was like, oh yeah, they have a cup thing.
They have snow events.
They do have snow event.
Yeah,
They have high jumps.
They have sand.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have high jumps.
Did they have long jumps? I don't think so.
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
Occasionally,
That's where
there's
it's all
someone
the
from the
same.
audience that goes into the track and then get escorted out.
That's so funny.
They have streakers. Yeah.
There's a streaker.
There's some streakers which just run on,
That was so perfect.
and then we get tackled by like 2 security every time.
Like it's all like high. There's like high budget involved in all of them.
Yeah.
They're really well edited. So if you guys want to get involved in that,
They got sponsored by what's that? John Oliver.
yeah, they got sponsored.
Fucking
Last
last week
Saturday.
tonight or
Last
some
week
shit
tonight,
like that. Yeah. A really stupid name.
We would like to sponsor the marble racing. Honestly,
We want to sponsor the hazers. I'm just kidding. I don't know if we want to sponsor the hazer.
I think we should get our own marble if we sponsor it.
Can it be like a green and red one?
They can't use our names though. We have to be called the Chucklers.
The Chucklers.
The Chucklefux.
The
They can't use
Chucklecucks.
that.
Oh yeah, we can't use cucks in it. Oh, that would be great though. Chucklecucks.
Chucklefux. No.
It'd just be different names of fucks.
You think they would? You
As
think
the
they would
players.
like? You think they would like totally just add our team on there if we just like bought like marbles, like bought custom made marbles and sent it to them?
Probably.
I don't even care about sponsoring them. I just want them to like have our own
I
fucking
think
team.
it would be really funny if, like, sometimes in the future there are just actually a team that's red and like green without us having to do anything.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we will 100% just root for that team.
Oh yeah, we would 100%. Yeah.
But red and green, I don't know why. It just sounds like whatever the fuck those marbles are gonna be up to, they're just gonna suck. I don't
either
see them
be-
winning anything.
It would either be a watermelon themed marble or a Christmas themed marble.
A Christmas theme, yeah, probably.
It would probably be called like the Carolers.
The carolers. Santa's nuts.
Santa's nuts.
Jingle
Santa's
balls.
jingle balls. Christmas themed, but just like in the Chucklefux flavor. So like Santa's left nut, Santa's right nut, Santa's balls.
Fuck.
The jinglers.
The jinglers sounds great.
The jinglers. Jingle, jangle, jongle, and jungle. I don't know. Jungle. I mean,
No, jungle.
no, not jungle.
Jangle.
Django.
We also have some slurs for some of the marbles.
Whoa, hold
teams
on.
that we don't like.
Yeah.
We won't be.
Can't use those.
Yeah, we won't be repeating them, but just know that there's some slurs that we use for them. We don't want to get canceled by the marble community. So
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
That's hella funny. No, I think we should definitely place bets and tear our friendship apart.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
It'd be funny.
I think it would be really funny if I like. Okay, so let's go into this, right?
Mm-hmm.
At work, they're selling backgrounds with Santas on them, and one of the Santas is a black Santa, and it became like a conversation at work. They were like, do we want to sell like a black Santa background? Do we want to like is that a thing? And like parents have already called and they're like, that's so fucking racist. Like the black Santa background has like an actual ugly background behind the Santa. Like why does it? Whatever, all this bullshit. And like some of my coworkers were like, who would buy a black Santa background? And I'm like, I would. They're like, well, yeah, but you think it's funny. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. I do think it's funny.
What does it look like? Does it just look like Santa doing blackface or
No, it's like an actual black Santa, but like
okay.
like that specific black Santa looks like a pedophile.
Oh no!
Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
We can't share this because
No,
it would
definitely
expose
not.
us where you work.
Yeah, I would show where I work, and then you could fucking.
You know how fucking there was a movie recently that was promoted where there was like it was some sort of a queen, but it was played by like a black actress.
Oh, Cleopatra?
No. It was
The
Queen
Little
Elizabeth?
Mermaid,
no.
Pharaoh,
Let me look it up. It was like-
Cleopatra,
hold on.
your dad.
My dad's.
It's played by a black woman. What
I would love my dad to be played by a black woman.
if your dad was played by Lizzo?
Dad was played by Lizzo. What kind of dumb bullshit is that? By Lizzo. Oh man. Oh, Lizzo, the
She
hero
would
of
get
our
canceled
time.
because you had to do like an Asian accent.
Yeah, she would have fucking. Oh, that too. Yeah.
Who would you be played by, Jin?
Jackie Chan.
No. Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
My dad's played by Lizzo. I'm played by Kevin Hart.
Your mom's played by Megan
Denzel
Thee Stallion.
Washington. Wait, what?
What? Did you say Denzel Washington?
Megan Thee Stallion.
Idris Elba.
Queen Charlotte.
Oh.
The fuck
Yeah,
is
I knew
King-
it was like a European queen. I forgot which one though. I know what you're
and,
talking about, yeah.
and then like there was someone that was you know, the usual Twitter shit that people bitch about. It's like, oh, you can't say that. It's not representation of race. It's like, I don't see how any fucking actor of any race can play any character. It's just acting. And then there's like a trend of people making like fake posters of just like worse and worse representation. Or it's like Martin Luther King is like fucking Mark Wahlberg. It's just,
There was like Obama and there was like Tom Cruise.
Oh, bro. That's hella fucking
There's like
funny.
Gandhi and then some fucking other
yeah,
person.
it's really fucking great.
That was such a good thread.
That's hella funny.
Just as good as the Disney ones now.
Oh man.
I'm trying to manually find the
Black Santa.
Black Santa. Yeah, I'm
They
assuming.
didn't make it in studio? Yeah, I guess they don't have a graphics
What?
artist.
Well, it's not like an animated one. It's like it's a dude. It was like an actual dude.
Oh, they use it.
I think they use like a stock photo or something like that.
Oh, that's hella funny.
That's better.
Yeah, no, they didn't find fucking. Well, I just wanted to. The reason why I like started bringing that stuff up was I think if I were to be a parent and be a father, I'd be into the dumbest fucking shit, and I would try to rope my kids into doing the dumbest fucking shit too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Or like I would want them to like watch like the marble racing with me. Or, like I would
say it's the World Cup.
Yeah, I would say it's the World Cup. I would tell them that like, you know, TFS was like the original Dragon Ball. I would like tell them that Black Santa was the original Santa, and like the government tried to erase Black Santa, and that's why they see all white Santas now. Like I'd tell them like all kinds of random bullshit. I just think it would be really
Polar
funny.
bears actually drink Coke.
Polar bears are going extinct because they don't have enough Coke over there. They can't do anything with all that water that's melting.
Damn.
But you told them about the flat Earth stuff and how the dinosaurs flew off.
Dinosaurs flew off.
We got hit by a meteor.
Or tell your tell your kids that the chicken nugget dinosaurs are actual dinosaurs. This is actual dinosaur meat, by the way.
They're like it's like meat made from dinosaur bones.
They took the DNA from dinosaurs and then they made this.
They grew some meat and they're harvesting the meat for dinosaur nuggets.
Tastes like chicken. Nope, that's what they all say. Everything tastes like chicken.
I mean,
if you think about it.
if you've seen like the new dinosaur pictures, they all kind of look like chickens. So
And where did chickens originate from? Dinosaurs.
dinosaurs. Oh, that's hella funny. So, yeah, I think I would do some bullshit like that.
Just gaslight your kids.
My kids are gonna be so fucking retarded.
There's a good one on Markiplier's podcast, Distractable, where he's like, I'm gonna gaslight my kids into like strapping a seatbelt while taking a shit.
So safety precaution.
Yeah.
Please.
And then when they go to school, they come back with the bathroom and be like, hey, where's the seatbelt? And the teacher's like, what? You don't need a seatbelt.
So I don't fall off when I fucking shit really hard.
I gotta strap right in for this shit.
Well, on that note, we're fucking gaslighting our kids. And we're going to gaslight you into thinking that this podcast is going to keep going on.
No, it's not.
It's not, but no, it definitely will, though.
Yeah, we're
Only if you follow us on X, on Instagram, Patreon, OnlyFans,
Yeah.
Threads, YouTube, Pornhub, TikTok, Instagram. So yeah, give us like a good rating on all those too. Like good comments, likes, 4, 5, 16-star ratings. Do they do 16-star ratings?
Pull a Bert and tell us that we suck.
Oh yeah, honestly, I don't know. Honestly, like I don't even give a shit. You could you don't have to give us
Just
a good
give us
rating.
interaction.
You just have to give us some kind of interaction. Honestly, we don't really care about like the actual star quality.